talking about. What? So welcome to our Zoom chat. I'm going to record it so that people that aren't on will be able to have the chance to listen to the recording. And I'm going to talk a little bit about first things, like really important stuff when you're starting as a brand new coach, and also what to expect out of this group, and how to engage in this group and get the most out of this experience. So we're going to be doing weekly Zoom chats like this. Normally they're on Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Because I was on vacation, we moved it to Wednesday this week, but next week it will resume at its regular time on Monday at 8 p.m. So mark your calendars. It's really important that you just get on these calls. It's only for 3 weeks, just so you can see the team, you can get feedback, you can talk to us, you can ask questions, and engage with just your team and learn as much as you can. Also, the group is going to be a 21-day group. It's going to be Monday through Friday posts. You're going to have Saturdays and Sundays off, which means you have time to catch up maybe on videos that you missed during the week, or if you got everything done, then you have time to spend with your family and free time, because we want this to be a life by design, not by, we don't want you to have to do stuff on the weekends if you don't want to. There's going to be a video a day that's going to be 3 to 6 minutes long. And they're very dense. There's a lot of information in the videos, so it's best if you have a notebook, or you can print out the notes that are in the file section of the videos and follow along and take notes, because it's ultimately you're going to have to teach this information one day. I mean, not anytime soon, but it's best to commit these things to memory so that when you have new coaches starting with you, you can give them all of the information when they're getting started on your team, because the most important thing in this business is being able to duplicate what you're doing. The reason being, a lot of us get into this because we want to help people, which is great. That's a great, awesome reason to get into this. So do you want to help one person, or do you want to help 100 people? It's going to be easier for you to help 100 people if you have 10 people that are helping 10 people each. That's the power of this business. You're creating an army of people that are going out there and changing the lives of others. So if you try to go out next month and recruit 100 people to help, that's going to be a lot of work on your part. It's going to be really hard to follow up with them. It's going to be, a lot. I mean, you can do it. There are coaches that do it, but it's going to be a lot. But what may be more effective in helping people and getting them better results and keeping your sanity is to find 10 serious people that want to help 10 people that they know. So you're helping 100 people, but you're only helping 10 people yourself. That's the power of this business. You can create an army of people to go out there and be on a mission together. For me personally, I'm probably revamping this Coach Basics, but there's a few things that I feel are really important when you first start as a brand new coach. Having a why, which is understanding a deep emotional reason why you're doing this. Not just you want to help a couple people, or you want to make some money, or it's got to be something that brings, tugs at your heartstrings, something that makes you feel like a vision for your life. Here's my little vision board. I haven't done it, but I bought a new board and I'm going to hang it on my wall. It's empty. Because I have an electronic one on my computer, and I'm like, if I'm going to teach people to do vision boards on paper, then I need to do it myself. So I'm creating one just from now until the rest of the year, because I have some big goals that I want to crush, and I want to get them. I have them on paper. I just need to get them in visual, and I'm going to hang it up on the wall over there. So you have to know where you're going in order to get to where you want to go. You have to know where that is in order to get there. So creating a vision for your life, a why wish list. What can you do? What could you do if you were earning a 6-figure income working from home part-time that you can't do now because of time or finances? Because the beauty of this business is it can offer you the opportunity to have all the time and all the money that you want, but that's not what motivates people. What motivates people is how that's going to change their life. It's really about freedom and flexibility. And that's really what the time and the money create for you. So having a why, having belief in yourself that you can do this, belief in the business that it works. It's hard in the beginning to have belief. So that's why we really push personal development. That's one of the 3 vital behaviors. So listening 10 pages or listening 10 minutes or reading 10 pages of personal development every single day, because what that's going to help you do is going to help you build your business sense. It's going to help you build your confidence. It's, find an area of weakness and work on personal development in that area. So if you're struggling with objections or something, look up objections and find out why you're getting so many people that are objecting to you, and find out how you can better find their goals and focus on them so that you get less objections. So build belief in yourself and in the business by doing personal development. If you don't think this is going to work for you, it's not going to work for you. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, both instances, you're right. What I know is that this can work for anyone if they do it long enough. The problem is that most people want that quick fix. They want that instant gratification, and they join the business thinking, sweet. And then right off the bat, they get a couple of yeses. Their friends say yes. They sign up 5 or 6 people, and they're like, oh my gosh, this is so easy. Cool. Yeah, I can just, I can do this all day long. I can do this month after month. And then the next month rolls around and they sign 0 people. And the reason is because the first month, maybe it was easy because you had influence over those 5 people and it was easy to sign them. And then the next month, you actually have to work for it. You actually have to go out and you have to talk to new people that you don't know. Scary. You have to go on Instagram and you have to find people on Facebook. So I believe that it's 100% guaranteed that it's inevitable that you'll be successful if you do this business long enough. Because 98% of your income is going to come from 2% of the people that you bring into your business. 98% of your income is going to come from 2% of the people that you bring into your business. Reason being is that most people are going to quit. There's going to be that 2% that are going to keep going, and they're going to keep progressing and keep moving forward in their business. So it's inevitable that if you continue to do it long enough, you'll find that 2%. You'll find those 2% of people that will help you to build this business in the long term. So that army of people that is going to link arms with you, and you're both going to move forward helping as many people as possible. So a why, belief, and confidence. So if you don't have confidence, people are going to feel that. If you don't believe that this is a solution for them and you're offering them an opportunity to say yes to you, an opportunity to change their life, and you're looking at it like, oh, I don't know, it's a lot of money and I'm scared to ask them to spend this money because it's all about me, and it's all about, if they say no, then that means that I suck. It has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them. So the best way you can go into any conversation is to keep it on the person that you're talking to. So spend time finding out their goals, finding out their why, finding out how you can best support them. And understand that when you're offering them the solution, first of all, you know that it works because you've already been through your own challenge group and you've seen the results. So you're offering them an opportunity to say yes to something you already know works. So really, it's on them. If they choose to say no, then that's up to them. And a no is only a no for right now, because about, I don't know, I'd say like 80% of people that have told me no have eventually come around and been a yes. I just keep them on the list. And I reach back out to them, and usually they say yes. A lot of the people that are signing with me now and are joining my groups now are people that I talked to 3, 6, 9, and 12 months ago. Oh, hi, little Marissa. Baby Marissa. She can't hear me, can she? My name is Marissa, too.
I had you on mute.
Hi. Hi, cutie patootie. She's smiling. Are you smiling at us? Are you being shy?
Her sister was watching her, and now she's bleeding, so now she's with me.
Oh boy. So those things are really important. So why, your belief, your confidence, and if you don't have confidence, that should be something that you should be spending time in personal development building. Did we all have confidence when we started? Heck no, I didn't. I stunk at this business. I stunk at every single step of this business. That's how I know, because of my own results, that I stunk at everything and I happen to be able to find a way to be successful. That's how I know that anybody can do this if they do it long enough. I'm no different than any of you or anybody that's on your team. The only difference between me and you is that I've been doing it longer and I've talked to more people along the way. And that's what's made all the difference for me. So why belief, confidence? Oh, shoot. Shoot. Okay, I'm back. It cut out on me. And I think that's pretty much the things that I wanted to go over. So it's really important that whatever you're experiencing right now and what you're going through, that you understand it enough to be able to teach your team. So it doesn't stop with you. It starts with you. And then when somebody decides that they're going to join your challenge group, it doesn't stop when they order their challenge pack. That's when your work actually begins. So there's going to be a lot of information going on around you. There's going to, like, you're getting this, you're getting that, you're getting videos, you're getting conferences, you're getting calls, you're getting whatever. What you need to do is develop tunnel vision. All you need to do is find 5 best friends every month. 5 people that are going to be your new best friends every month that you're going to treat as if they're your next top coach, they're your next, business building, producing machine. The reason being, if you treat them that way, they're going to have a really good experience with you. And even if they don't decide to become a coach on your team, they're going to leave that experience feeling really good, having their life being changed, having results, and they're going to be better because of that experience that they have with you, regardless of whether they sign up to be a coach or not. If you treat them as if they're your next business building coach that's going to blow up this business with you, is going to be your best business partner ever, then you're going to give them a really good experience. So find those 5 people every month, 5 new people every month that you can support through that process. And when you start with those 5 people, you put them into a online accountability group, you support them, you build that relationship, you cultivate that relationship, and throughout the month you help them get results. At the end of that experience, even if they don't decide to become a coach on your team, you're probably going to have a referral network coming through them because you worked so hard at helping them. They're going to know that this works, they're going to know it's a solution, and they're going to refer people to you, or they're going to want to become a coach on your team. The best possible scenario is that they become a coach on your team and they have such amazing results that they inspire a lot of people to come along and do this too. That's how you can really dynamically duplicate and reach a lot more people. As I said, it's going to be much harder for you to go out next month and help 100 people, but it's be much easier for you to go out and help 10 people and then help those 10 people help 10 more people. So that's 100 people total, but you only help 10 people. That's the beauty of this business. I know that's a lot I feel like I'm going really deep into information, but I just got off, I did a getting started call with the girl today, and I feel as if some people maybe aren't getting that information on their getting started call. And the biggest takeaway I can say from my getting started call is have those things: a why, belief, and confidence, and then tunnel vision. Finding your 5 best friends every month and create such a good experience with you in that challenge group process that they want to do it forever because they love it so much that they want to shout from the rooftops how great that experience has been and how much they want to share that with others. And you're not going to do that by never getting on the phone with them, never messaging them and just throwing them into a challenge group and then hoping and crossing your fingers and hoping they get results. You're going to do that by building a friendship with them throughout that whole experience. And that's pretty much all you need to do. If you do that every single month, if you find your 5 best friends every month and you help them and they get results and they become coaches and you teach them to find their 5 people, you're going to have an extremely successful business. You're not only going to be helping hundreds of people, but you're going to be generating an income that's going to support you for the rest of your life. It really is that simple, but it's not always easy because it's easy not to do the things that you need to do to make that happen. Because you're probably going to have to talk to maybe you're going to have to talk to 25 people to find those 5 people, or maybe you're going to have to talk to 50 to find those 5 people. Or maybe you're going to have to talk to 100 to find those 5 people that are ready to do it right now. I know that's a lot. So start with your business activity tracker. That's your daily to-do list. That is, if you do those things on that business activity tracker every single day, it's in the file section of the Coach Basics group. It's in the file section of Team Aloha. You can Google business activity tracker. You can find it online. It's a PDF, a link to it. That is your daily to-do list. That's, if you do everything that's on that list every day, it's inevitable that you'll be successful. There's no doubt in my mind that you will be. It's just like if you use your workout program and your Shakeology every day and you engage in your challenge group every day, you're going to get results. It's the same thing with your business. If you do what's on that business activity tracker every single day, you're going to get results. Your business is going to grow because of it. So while this is about helping people, and that's amazing, it also is because you want to make money. Because if you weren't wanting to make money helping people, then you would just be a coach for free and you wouldn't help anyone. You would just go out there and offer information for free all the time because you loved it so much. So I'd like to open up the floor because I don't really have, Stephanie, if you want to share or you want to add anything to that, I know you do. You always do.
What I want to add is you hit on, like, when you give people a good experience, they will, put your name out there and, share that experience with other people. And that actually happened to me twice in the past month. People that weren't coaches, they saw on Facebook just people saying, like, I'm looking for a Beachbody coach, or I'm looking for workouts. One person went on her personal Facebook page and said she was looking for a Beachbody coach. The other person was on a buy-sell trade site and said that she was looking to get some workouts and help from somebody. And we are a dime a dozen. So when somebody posts, I'm looking for a Beachbody coach, it's like, vroom, to that like post. I mean, it's like, 10 people like, I'm a coach, I can help. And I'm happy to say I got both of those people. And the difference, I think, is that I spent the time getting to know them versus I have a new challenge group and it's 21 days and it's $140 and it's on sale. That's not going to get people. It's, taking the time to meet them, get to know them, form a relationship, and, just really use the 5-step process. And that's what I did in both scenarios. And they ended up both coming along with me. One of them did do a challenge pack, but one of them didn't. And I think a second thing is listening to what people want. It's not always about the sale, but it's just about listening to their needs. The one person is a nursing student. She doesn't have much money. So she literally just bought the 21-day containers and she's doing free Beachbody on demand, but she's super active right now and she could be a coach. So I don't know. I just thought it was, interesting that you talked just briefly about how, give people a good first experience and they're going to want to share that experience, because that totally happened with me. So I do think it's, really important taking care of your challengers and, taking the time to not just sign them up, but to take them through and, make sure that they have a great experience, that they want to share it with other people. That's what I wanted to add about that.
Nice. Does anybody have questions?
No, not really.
I have a question.
Okay.
This is for them down the road, but like for me, as you start to get more and more people each month, like, are you literally touching base with like 100 different people every week? Like, how many, like, who are you all touching base with? Just your new people that are in their first challenge group, continuing to touch base with somebody that's in their 3rd, 4th, 5th challenge group? Like, that's where I'm kind of like,
I am touching base with people that are in their first challenge group. I have a group thread going with them. And then I moved over to the Beachbody challenge group, the graduate group, and then they're on my list, but I'm not touching base with them every week.
okay.
Because my goal, I guess, my thing is it's a 4-week group, right? I'm giving them that experience and that chance to really engage and get the results and create a habit. And if you haven't, then, I'm not going to chase them down, So so in those groups, I focus on the people that are like posting and, I go to the Beachbody graduate group and I look and I scroll and I see my people that are still posting. Jody, Amy started posting again, I noticed, and so they're re-engaging. Jody's going to become a coach. Send her the link tonight. So
That's actually Tara's cousin, I believe.
Tara, who?
Tara on my call. She's my coach.
It's my cousin's wife in Minnesota.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's going to be.
Yeah, and actually, I need to. That's how I found you, Stephanie, is because Jody was, liking things that one of your posts, and then I just kind of tagged onto that.
Yeah, I know. And I reached out to Jody because I was like, "Are you a coach yet?" And she's like, "Nope."
Yeah.
Yeah, I reached out to her first. So yeah, it's a small
It's pretty cool.
Beachbody land. I
Small
actually
world.
have cousins on Team Aloha as well, so it's fun. Yeah, I was wondering about that because I have I keep track of my new challengers, but then I have like my old challengers that always want to be in the new challenge group, and I didn't know, do I need to like keep reaching out to people weekly that are in the graduate group? Like I didn't know what to do with that.
I'm not putting my old challengers in my new groups. I'm keeping those strictly for new people because, they're getting that experience one time and then they're going into the Beachbody graduate group, or, that's what I'm doing because, and then if the only way that they can go into the new group is if they decide that they want to do a new program, if they have a new program and they start a new one, or they become a coach and they have challengers that they're putting in it. Because otherwise I'm just going to keep carrying everybody over every month. So that pretty much is the Beachbody graduate group then.
Yeah.
And the Beachbody graduate group needs some new energy. So it needs to have new people put into it, people that are posting.
Yeah. I know Tara, she works a lot of hours. And so we talked a little bit yesterday about like the power hour. What would you recommend for a new coach and what's most important to do, if she only has an hour a day?
Business activity tracker. Go through the business activity tracker and do everything on the list.
Okay. And that's what I suggested. Tara, did you see that yet?
Yeah. Yeah, I do have that. Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, that looks, doable in the power hour.
Yeah, well, you can't do the personal development and the being proof the product works in the power hour. Those are separate. Do your personal development when you're driving, when you're in the shower, when you're cleaning, listen to an audio instead of reading a book, especially if you're, crunched for time. And then being proof the product works, obviously, that's going to take you almost an hour, doing your workout and stuff. So that doesn't count. But the rest of the stuff, just, you got to be focused in that hour. You got to be really focused. People have done it. People do it. You just have to be really focused. You have to get it all done. You can't be like bouncing. My recommendation is like, write that hour out in 5-minute increments and put like, okay, first 5 minutes, I'm going to do my invites. Second 5 minutes, I'm going to look for new friends and add them. Third, like you really write out what you're going to do and you really stick to it. And you keep everything, all the notifications of everything else off when you're doing it. Like I've gotten to the point where I don't work more than 20 hours a week. Just so y'all know. And I do that because I'm very focused. I used to be like all over the place and I probably worked like a full-time job and I realized this is not what I'm going for. I'm not trying to replace one full-time 40-hour-a-week job with another full-time 40-hour-a-week job. No matter how much I love it. It's great. But the point of it is to have freedom and flexibility. That was part of the reason I wanted to do this because I wanted freedom and flexibility to be able to take vacations, take time off whenever I want and do more of the things that I love. So if I'm replacing one 40-hour-a-week with another 40-hour-a-week, then I'm not really doing what I'm saying that I'm offering people. I'm offering you freedom, but hey, when you trade this job, you're going to come and you're going to work a full 40 hours a week at this job. So my thing is, it's got to be focused time. I know you guys can't see this, but I'll put it in the group and but I have like my little planner here. I worked 6 hours today. People probably think I worked a lot more than 6 hours today. But I chart everything that I do in 15-minute increments. And then at the end of the day, I add it all up and I'm like, okay, what I actually gave to my business was 6 hours. There were other things in the middle of that. I mean, I'm still working at 8 o'clock at night, but I only worked 6 hours today. That's not even a full day, you don't have to be 20 hours a week in order to be successful. I do that because, I want to move my business forward faster. And I do a lot right now. So, but I do a lot in that 20 hours. I get a lot done. I hope that helps.
Yeah, I could see myself, blocking, 4 15-minute blocks throughout the day. I work from home full time, so, I can step away from what I'm doing and schedule that. But, with only having 1 hour per day, in the beginning, I assume, do most people put more than that in when they're a beginning coach?
Most people put in 10 hours, a week when they start, 10 to 14, like 1 to 2 hours a day. So you're saying that you're putting in like 15-minute increments, like say you're working from home and then you're like, oh, I have 15 minutes, and you're like doing something in that 15 minutes, or you're working in an hour block for 15-minute increments.
No, what I'm saying is, depending on my meetings and other things that I already have scheduled for my full-time job, I would put it into my work calendar, like, okay, here's a half hour, or here's 2 other 15-minute blocks that I can like step away from my full-time job and, knock out the Beachbody business activity tracker.
If that's the only time you have, then that's what you have to do. I personally, if I were you, would rather, set my alarm and get up an hour earlier and do a focused power hour than do 30 minutes here and 15 minutes there, because that's not really focused time. But if that's what you feel comfortable with and what works for you, then that's what you do.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I already get up at 4 a.m. So, yeah, I'm good at, that's how I do blocks of time. So maybe I can do it at 2 half-hour increments. Sometimes I might be able to do the hour, but, I think if you just schedule it within, like it's a meeting of the day and you get it done. I guess I'm just thinking that that's what I have to do because I already work about 55 hours a week.
You have to do what you have to do then. You work around your schedule. I don't know what your schedule is, but just know that imagine what your brain is doing when you're like, oh, I got 15 minutes. You're rushing to like finish that. And it's like, yeah, you can be focused in that 15 minutes, but you've got 15 minutes to focus and then you're on to another task. So your brain is like super fast. If it works for you, by all means do it. Personally, I'd rather.
Yeah, I couldn't see your planner, but I heard you say, oh, I block it up. And, I track every 15 minutes is why I'm asking that.
Well, yeah, but I'm working, I'm blocking it off. It's blocked off in 15 minutes, but usually I'm spending like an hour on each thing. I know that you can't do that.
Okay.
That's not, not everybody can do that. I work for 6 hours in my business today. You can't do that. That's not a possibility for you. So you definitely have to do what works for you. But if you can, the sooner you can try to get a focused power hour where you're just like, okay, Beachbody, knocking it out, the more effective I think that you will be. If that's not a possibility, then you have to do what you have to do. There's no right or wrong way. You can do it however you want. But my recommendation would be to try to get that focused power hour all in one. Just so you're focused on that. Like you're like, okay, boom, knock it out, done. Instead of, I worked my business for the first year or two. I'm speaking from personal experience here. And I worked as a full-time nurse anesthetist. So I worked in the hospital and I'd get time during the day where I'd have cases going on in the OR. And then I'd bring my patient to recovery room and then have 15 minutes where I could do something, which I did do well. I did well in my business. It was fine. But I ended up years later having to backtrack and, my steps because I wasn't keeping track of everyone well because I was all over the place. I didn't have a good system down where I was all right, putting them into an Excel spreadsheet or knowing who I'm talking to because it was just it was just like here, like all over the place. I was so scattered. It wasn't systematic. And that's what I ended up producing in my business, was like all over the place. So I'm just saying
that makes
personal
sense.
experience. Like, it almost would have been better if I didn't do those things during the day. And I just, when I got home, like muscled it out, even though I was exhausted, because I worked 12-hour shifts, and just muscled it through and did an hour. Like, then I could have been focused on my anesthesia work when I was there and not distracted. And I could be focused on my Beachbody work when I'm there and not be distracted. That's just my experience.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But you have to work with what you have and what's comfortable for you. So work it in however you can, that's all you can do.
Yeah, I mean, most days I could probably carve out the hour, and then other days I just need to be flexible. So, yeah, and that makes sense. It is, better to take an hour and focus and not get distracted and have to run off to something else. So that's good advice.
Who's the 619 number? 619?
Hey, Marissa, it's Arthur.
Oh, okay. All right. So
Sorry, for some reason my Zoom doesn't. I can't talk on Zoom.
yeah, no problem. No worries. I just didn't know.
What's it called? I kind of had a question. So I have a challenger in my group, and she's been ordering Shakeology for 3 months in a row now, and I kind of offered her to become a coach, and I presented it as be a discount, sign up in order for you to receive discounts on Shakeology, which she enjoys, and she's going to be with it. And she kind of said no. Should I just leave it as is, or a couple months later try offer it again?
Yeah, I would leave her as it is, and then you can offer it again in the future.
Okay.
She might be getting ready to cancel it. In my experience, when people have said no, just from my own experience, it's usually meant that they were like about to cancel it, and that's why they said no. But
okay. Okay, cool. Thanks.
I would actually, here's some, what kind of results has she gotten on the Shakeology? What kind of results has she gotten in the challenge group?
She has been active doing it, and she lost a couple of pounds. Nothing crazy, because she's not doing it to the extreme of it. Mm-hmm. But she has ordered 3 months in a row Shakeology, and she really likes it.
What does she really like about it? What has it done for her in the 3 months that she's been drinking it?
The fact that she could replace a meal at work, and it's on the go.
Okay.
And
are those?
She's getting ready for a wedding in like a month, and she's getting results towards her goal for the wedding that she's happy with.
Okay. If I were going to offer the discount to somebody, I would first find out a deeper reason why they like Shakeology so much. I would get them on the phone and I'd say, hey, how are you? How is the challenge group going? What's been your experience? What have been your results so far? And then I would be like, how do you like the Shakeology? And then if she just said, I like it because it's portable and it's easy, then you'd be like, well, what have your results been with it? Has it given you more energy? Has it, what has it done for you? Because those, like being on the go and easy to make, that's not something that's going to create a lasting relationship with Shakeology. You have to create value around it. And the value is usually something around energy, or it does reduce my cravings, or it makes me feel fuller longer. Or I don't eat chocolate at night when I used to, things like that. So you want to figure out what is the change been emotionally? How has she changed? How has she changed in the way that she's feeling? Not just about weight loss, or not just about it being easy. So when you create that value, then someone is going to be more likely to want to stay on it longer and to want to get the discount and maybe become a coach eventually, a business builder. So it's all in how we create value for them.
Okay.
So in the
Cool,
future,
thank you.
if I were going to offer a discount to somebody, I don't know how you did it. How did you offer her the discount? Did you text her? Did you Facebook her? Did you email her?
Yeah, I speak to her on Facebook.
Okay. If I were going to offer
And
some discount, I would call them. That's the first thing I would do. I wouldn't offer it through Facebook Messenger. Because our whole, coaching is that we're building relationships with people. That's the point. So I would,
okay.
and I would develop that relationship further.
Okay. I understand.
Okay, so does anybody else have questions? Stephanie, you're like dark. Did you turn off your lights? Did you leave? I don't even see you.
No, it's dark in the room I'm in.
Okay. All right, guys. If nobody else has anything to share or ask, I hope that you found this helpful, and we'll be seeing you on Monday night at 8 p.m. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.